All right, so this is going to be a little bit different video. This is the one I actually want to stream, not necessarily stream, but record real time, meaning that I don't really have all the ideas and the technical design for this particular solution, but I want to walk through my process on generating solutions on how do we create a power app or power platform solution with AI, and how I find different ways to incorporate AI within this build process. Now, some of this could be used in ChatGPT because I'm using the generic pieces of the solution. But then when we get down to the company data or the data related items of the solution, I would absolutely be using Azure OpenAI for those components. And the reason why I flip flop between them is because I don't, as of yet, have and maybe I should build this, have like a generic AI chatbot within Azure OpenAI. Obviously, you can do that with Copilot. I'm just not 1,000% sold on Copilot yet, as of July of 2024, that I'm getting all of the smarts of the AI and feel like there's a lot of filtering and layers in between me and the actual AI model. So anyway, so in this solution, what I want to do, let's build together, and I don't know how many videos this is going to end up being, but let's build together a e-commerce, I don't know what you want to call it, but what I'm trying to do is to generate a bunch of products with customer data, meaning that the same customer ordering products and many different customers ordering products. I'm really trying to create this transaction database of products by customer, given the address, and then products by variations or product number that's sold, and really want to use that data. It'll be great if we can get at least 500,000 records. And use that data to do an AI query on top of it, right? And I want to store this all in a SQL database. So we're going to be using Azure SQL for the data source, Power Apps as the UI, Power Automate for all the stuff in between, Azure OpenAI for the AI component. And then we kind of go from there. And what I really want to do is several pieces, right? We want to build a analytical tool to where analysts and business dev, sales reps or whatever, they can ask questions against the transactional data. And I also want to build a forecasting tool to where they can do predictions based off that data. And again, this example is using e-commerce data. This can absolutely be ServiceNow tickets, information that's stored in your Salesforce, information that's stored in your data warehouse, information is stored in your lake house, information stored in one of your transactional or business applications, and the data stored in the SharePoint list, or whatever the case may be. But that's why I want to build this model, and we build it together. So that way, as we build it for this scenario, you can then start to draw the lines and the connections for your scenario. Right. So, OK, let's get started, because this is going to be super fun. And this one, and I'm going to leverage AI. Like I know there's a lot of pieces to this, but this is where I leverage AI to help me with this. So high level, if you look at the whiteboard, this is what I'm thinking. Right. So we have a data repository that doesn't look like a database at all. That doesn't look like a database at all. There we go. So we have a data repository for client data, a data repository for product data, a data repository for the transactions. So these are orders, right? So that's a combination of the two. Customers ordering product, right? And I think that's all we need. So this is going to be our customer. This is going to be our products. And let's just keep it simple. I mean, products you can definitely have. I mean, this product list database can definitely be pretty elaborate, right? And then you say orders. in orders to get a good feel, like, and I want a bunch of data, right? Because I really want to be able to see how strong this AI can be with this type of information. So with the orders, I would say our goal is to get 500,000 plus transactions. For customers, let's do 10,000 plus transactions or records. And then for products, this doesn't have to be crazy. Let's just do 100 plus products, right? All right, because we're selling the same stuff. So that's the size we want to really kind of kick the tires on this AI piece. Let's just erase that. Okay, so this is how I would do this in 2024. It's just a new way of getting the job done, right? So let's bring up ChatGPT, right? And basically, this is what I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna say, you are okay. So this is what I have so far. I'm gonna try to zoom in so you can read it. So basically, I tell it, you're a senior database analyst. So I give it the role, and then I give it the task after that. I need to design a database schema for e-commerce solution. The main data repos are customer, products, orders. Generate the tables and the relationships between the tables. I am looking for DB entity diagrams or a list of columns and relationships, right? So for this one, I'm using ChatGPT 4.0, which is Omni. If you haven't already, I can't stress this enough. Pay the extra $20. This is going to be the smartest LLM available. And this is what we need. So once we kind of do that, we kind of get this spit out here. And it's very generic on the type of the data types, right? So what I'm going to do next, just let it finish here and see how smooth it is. Oh, yeah. So we got categories. We got product reviews. Like, this is great. This is going to be so fun. All right. So let's go from the top. Let's see what it generated for us. So it says, okay, customer table is this. Looks pretty solid. First name, last name, email, password, phone, address information, postal code, country, created at, and updated at, which is key. And then you have the columns for the product table, the name, description, the price, the SKU, stock, quantity. This is all good. And then order tables. The order table would be the relationship. The ID represents the transaction, and then the ID for the customer. The data was ordered, the total amount, the products, and then again another table that have the items, and that's great, right? So this would kind of be like the order header, really the main information about the order, and then this would be all the items that were placed on the order. So the order ID is going to tie to the header. And then you have the order item ID to be unique to represent this record. ID ties it to the header, the product that was actually ordered, and then the quantity, the price, and all this other fun stuff. And then for categories, this is fun. And then for product reviews, which is a bonus, I didn't have that in my per review. And then it defines all the relationships between them. All right, great. So now what I'm going to tell it is to give me the scripts to execute to create the SQL database, to create this in Microsoft SQL. So I have to be very clear in letting you know, because I mean, that's generic, right? So you can apply that to DB2. Welcome to the 20th century. So it could be DB2, it can be Oracle, it can be Cosmo DB, like a NoSQL type, a MySQL, or whatever, right? And Microsoft SQL Server, obviously. So what I'm going to do is say, okay, great. Okay, so here I'm just confirming that it produced what I was looking for. Okay, so now let's proceed with the scripts needed to create each table and related columns. My data source is Microsoft SQL Server hosted in Azure. This is critical, because when it creates those scripts, I need it to be in the syntax that makes sense for this database technology. And then I tell it to give me the scripts in the correct order on which they need to be created based on their relationships, right? So now I just go ahead and hit execute, and it's going to do a fantastic job with giving me all this. So while this is cooking, let's go ahead and switch gears. I'm going to go ahead into Azure here within this test tenant. And I think I already have a SQL instance that I just want to build this up. Yeah, so I have this AI SQL DB. If I look inside of this, this is one that I've already have up and running. And I think there's like 1 or 2 tables out here. So I'm going to go ahead and create these tables. I probably want to put a prefix on here. So let's just see what kind of script he gave me for these. So this is, or she. Let's see, product reviews, order items, orders, products, customer. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and connect to this SQL. So I'm going to pause it. Actually, I'm going to switch this over to another screen. Actually, I think and I'm old school, right? I'm just more comfortable with SQL Server Management Studio versus the Azure, what's it called? The Azure Data Explorer or something like that, which is awesome because then you get into like notebooks and all this other good stuff. I'm just not skilled up on it yet. So let's just switch this over to Alenta. That's going to be my connection here. My IP address is already registered from my firewall. And no, this is perfect. Yeah, these are the 2 tables I have. All right, so what database we want to create this against? I have this e-commerce database here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to tell it the database for this table is the e-commerce AI, and it probably needs to update the scripts for that. So let's just see what we can do. So I guess I just execute the script on that database. I don't even need to specify the database in the script, it seems like. All right, let's just try this first one. So I'm going to just do copy code here. And it looked like it's starting me, like if these were related, in a hierarchical way, it seems like I'm doing the last tail in the relationship. So I'm going to start with something simple with the categories table. So I just copy this. So I'm going to do a new query, and then I'm going to execute this. And it said it was successful. Go to the right here, hit refresh. Expand out tables, and this is my new categories table. So if I do a top row on this one, it should be empty, and we're going to walk through loading this up with some data. Like, this is why, okay, let me get off that soapbox, but I mean this is the ultimate cheat code, right? The ultimate cheat code. All right, so here we go. Copy script for customer. And I'm going to just keep going through this. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I can paste these all here, right? And really just highlight this and then execute, highlight it. All right. So let me run through these and get all these created. I know it's difficult, right? Is copy the script, come here, paste the script, highlight the script, and then hit execute. Super difficult. Super difficult. And you can run this by any DBA, and I'm sure they're going to poke holes at it because, any profession they could poke holes at anything if you give them enough time. But for the most part, you're going to be solid. What you're creating, the naming, the sizing of each column, we're spot on, right? This is the new world we're working in. This is the new world order. Jobs going out the window, left and right. I posted this on LinkedIn. I told someone in my post, I was like, these are all the technologies that you need for full stack development. I don't know any of these or most of them, but my Copilot does. And that's all you need. You just need an AI to get the answer. And some will argue that without experience, you don't know if what you're getting is good or bad. And that is true. but I just assume in 2024, 90% of it's going to be good. Okay, so here we are. So we're loaded here. So now I'm going to ask it to generate some sample data. Now, if you understand the context window, so let me just pause here. Let's go back to the whiteboard because this is the one thing I do want to share. The one thing you always have to keep in mind, regardless if you're working with ChatGPT or if you're working with Azure OpenAI, but anything with the GPT large language model created by OpenAI, you have to always keep this in mind. And this is the token window, right? Your token size window for GPT-4 Omni 4.0 is going to be 128,000 tokens. On the surface, that may seem like a lot, right? The problem that you run into is that this is, if you imagine this is the token window, this token window is really divided into two main sections, right? And this is for GPT. The other large language models treat this differently, and this is why for some of this I may have to go to Claude to get some of my sample data for this very fact. This area here, the prompt window, you can use as many as all the way up to 128,000 tokens. That's probably not the best scenario to be in. So I would say even if you carve it out and say 124,000 tokens, which is probably going to be closer to reality. But you have the ability to use all 128 depending on what you're going to do with the output, because your 128 is these two, your prompt window and your response window added together to equal the 128. The goal is, and that's why this is so small, not the goal, but the problem is this area here is only the response, right? And this is what the AI will respond back with. And this is limited as of July 2024 to 4,000 tokens, right? So when you're expecting something elaborate, or when you're expecting a response to where you need way more than the 4,000, what we're finding the pattern to do is to break this call up into chunks. And in the prompt, we say, okay, here's all the data, but now I'm looking for this section of the output. And then we call it again. Now I'm looking for section B of the output. Then we call it again. Now I'm looking for section C of the output. Then we call it again, and da da da. So we have a portion of the prompt that would change, right, every time we recall it, because then we have to specify what part do we want. But then all the data that we are passing, we send that, we just iterate through that until we get all the chunks. And then what we do is piece all these chunks together. So that's a 4K output, that's a 4K output, that's a 4K output, that's a 4K output. And then if it's a JSON, we kind of wrap that into one single JSON document, and then we send it back to the caller. So understand this prompt window is going to help us. I say all that to say, if I'm looking for 500,000 records, 9 times out of 10, 500,000 records are going to be way more than 4K. But I can say, okay, I need you to create 500,000 records. Give me the first 100, right? Or give me the first. Well, I don't know what it is. I probably have to do that in chunks of 20K, right? So if I need 500 records, 20K, I have to call that what? I have to call that 25 times, right? Is that right? Or 40 times? I don't know. I have to call it a lot. 100 times? No. 20,000, 5 times to give me 100 times 4. Yeah, I have to call it 20 times. All right. So, but what I can do every time I call it, so it doesn't repeat itself, I want to send it 1 through 20,000 in the prompt. Then I say, okay, give me the next 20,000. And then I want to send that 1 through 40,000 in the prompt. And I say, okay, give me the next 20,000. And I keep doing that. And I'm okay with that because I know 500,000 records in the prompt will probably only fill up this much. Right. And that's how I keep it. And it's important that when you recall it, you feed it what it already gave you. So that way you can, it doesn't repeat itself, or else you end up with a bunch of duplicate data. Because it only generates so much. If you tell it to be unique, not to generate, it will consider everything that it gave you and give you a set of unique records. Well, that's the goal, right? We have to test it out to make sure it's smart enough to do that. But with Claude, I want to say with Claude, let's just do this search real quick. So with Claude 3.5, which is the latest Sonnet, let's just see if we can figure out its token window. Okay, so this one looks like it's wow, yeah, this is matching what Google has with Gemini 1.5. So they have 1 million token window, and it looks like it's 1 million total. And then they talk about the price. They have different pricing, right? So the prompt price is $3. I don't know what that is per million. And the response price, $15 per million. Oh, no, sorry. So their pricing is per million token, but their window size is 200,000 tokens. I misread that. Sorry. So this calculation here is just kind of give you a cost calculation, but it seems like the token size window is 200,000 total. So with this, I don't have to recall it. I feel like I can probably get all 500,000 records. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and have ChatGPT generate some data, and let's just see where we fall short. And then we kind of go from there. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I want to work on the products first. Yeah, let's work on the products, and then we'll tackle the categories. Then we'll tackle product reviews, and then we'll tackle customers, and then we'll tackle order and order items, right? Okay, so how many products we want to make? Remember, what did we say? How many products did we say? All right, so we want to do 100 plus products, right? So we're going to do 100 products, 10,000 customers, and 500,000 orders, right? And now, because they did our breakdown of orders, they separated the orders and the items on the order. This is 500,000 order headers. And then where each order can have one or many products that are being ordered. Okay, so let's start with the products. It'd be interesting to see what type of products it generates. I guess we have to figure out what type of. I'm telling you, I don't want to use any brain power at all. So I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna say, help me. Okay, so what I'm asking it to do, again, I want to save my brain power. I'm going to say, help me come up with some products. And then once we have that, then I want to create some sample data for this entire schema after I review it. Now, this is important when I say after I review it, because I don't want it to give me sample products and all of a sudden start generate the sample data. Hopefully it doesn't do that, but let's just see. All right, so here we got some electronic stuff, or we can do apparel. Or we can do home appliances. Ooh, I kind of like home appliances. Or we can do books. We can do beauty products. And then we got some simple categories. Oh, he wants to split she wants to split this among the different categories. And it did exactly what I didn't want it to do. Okay, no, it just gave me a sample. Okay, great. What do you guys think? I kind of like electronics. Let's do electronics. Okay, let's do this. Let's do electronics. All right. So I told it to give me let's use electronics, break it down by categories within electronics. I didn't state that, but that's what I meant. And I'm thinking about TVs, computers, personal electronics. Give me 10 to play with. All right. So here are subcategories: TV, computers, personal electronics, TVs. It's going to list these out. And these prices, I mean, these prices are very close. I mean, because I know OLED TVs are going to be more expensive than our standard 4K UHD, right? And I don't see any 1020. What's it? Holy moly! What's that resolution? 10. Well, I'm drawing the blank. 1080s. Good Lord. Look at this 8K OLED 2500. These used to be close to 10,000, especially a 75 inch. I'm saying that like these are real prices, but these are close. Gaming laptop, Ultrabook, all-in-one desktop. All right. Okay, I think this is great. And then he's going to punch out. Good Lord. She's going to punch out everything we need. So we got name, description, and all this other good stuff. Okay, fantastic. Okay, this looks great. I need 100 products with their respective categories scripted to fill the tables. Here we go. And this thing is just going to work its magic. This is how it's done. This is what developers go through. This is where I would like leave my desk, go get some coffee or some water, or maybe have a bio break, then come back, sit down in front of it, and review these scripts, and then just execute the query. Ultimate cheat code. Ultimate cheat code. And this is real time. So I guess I'm dead spacing here on my kill, but put your time on how efficient this is. I mean, so imagine we get started 8:30 in the morning, right? By lunch, I have an entire database with sample data built out. Okay. Now, I want it more interesting than just these categories, but I guess this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I'm not going to get too crazy with it. All right, so let's execute. Let's do this. Copy code. Now, notice what I did. I did everything in ChatGPT. I didn't have to reiterate my table names or anything like that, anything silly. Let's see. This is smart enough. Insert into categories and these values. Let's see, category. Just do the top here, because I think I can execute this at the. As you can see, I don't play around in. I don't play around in SQL often because I usually default to SharePoint lists. Let's just do this new query. Let's see what this thing does. I think there's okay. I think I'm gonna have gaps on my times, so this may not work. Holy moly. This thing's smart. I wouldn't even have thought to create it at, update it at. How did they define these categories? Date, time, no, but how did it know to generate this based on the current date? See, I'm just not hip to this. I'm not clear on how do you define tables that it automatically creates it based on the current date. So this is automatic. So any change to this will be automatic. This is fantastic. This is scary, dude. Like, this is super scary. All right, let's go. Let's keep chipping away. Oh man, like my heart is pounding. Like it's just absolutely incredible. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this. These are gonna be my 100 products. Go ahead and execute that. This doesn't feel like 100 products. You only gave me 30. Okay. Again, it's probably limited to that token window, and usually it gets smart on when it knows it's going to hit that limit. Let's do this. Now that I have this, what does this look like? Hold on. Let's just double check this because I think I'm going to switch over to Claude. Now, I'm going to give GPT a chance. And I think we'll be able to switch over to Claude when we get to, we'll switch over to Claude when we get to the customer piece. All right. So this is only 30 records, right? It gave me stock quantity and everything. Like, this is ridiculous. It's like straight up bananas. Oh, so in the insert, it grabbed the date. You see that? I didn't pay attention. See, here it says get dates and it dropped it in there. But for categories, I don't do that. For categories, it was just a straight up. Yeah. Categories, it's just name and description. That's it. That's it. Name and description. Interesting. All right. So I want to do how many products? 50. All right. So I need some more product. Okay. So it gave me. See, this is where you get. I don't want to say frustrated, but this is where you get. These are all personal electronics. I told it it'd be heavily weighted in personal electronics. So you did 100% personal electronics. Okay. Now give me, I'm going to be very clear now. 30 in TVs, no dupes, and 20 in computers. Again, no dupes. Ensure there is a mix of PCs, Apple, and Chromebooks. All right. So I did 30 and 20. So that's going to give me the 100. Okay. So while it's doing that, I'm going to just come up here, execute this against products. Actually, let me close all these windows. I don't need to save any of this. And then I'm going to do a new query against here. This just allows me, if I do new query at the database level, I don't have to go to each table per script. All right, so there's my 20. Now let's see if it's done, but there were my other stuff I asked for. Still cooking. Let's just look at his mix on how he's mixing these up. So there's, so he's separating them. Okay, cool. So here, let me go and grab she. All right, so let me go ahead and grab the TVs. And I'm going to make life difficult for me by putting all these in one window. Just select all this, highlight that, execute. Uh-oh. We got an error. What happened? Violation of unique key. Cannot insert duplicate key. The duplicate key value. Oh, TVK 350. Is that the only one kicked out? it's having a hard time coming up with unique product codes. And I see why, because it used the key description of the product as the code, which is smart. Because especially like we learned this at Best Buy, like you can look at the product code and based on the description of the code, you know what type of TV it was. But we probably will also put the manufacturer name in there. So that way, because you can have a smart 50-inch Pioneer, smart 50-inch Panasonic, smart 50-inch Sony, so on and so forth. AI is not that smart after all. Okay. So did this produce, let me see. I don't know if this is an all or nothing or what. I only have 50. Okay. So we have a problem with the products. I'm going to have to tell it. Okay. And then computers to see if we have another issue with computers. So I'm still only up to 50 now. Okay. This is real light. How many computers she gave me? Oh, continue generating. You see what happened there? Sorry. It must have either hit a buffer window or it probably hit a token window. But I got an option to say click here to continue generating. I think it's losing its context. Yeah, that's the thing. Like if we're struggling to come up with 100 products, you can only imagine what we're going to hit when we try to do 500,000 customers. All right, so let's erase this. So these are computers, right? Let's see if we get that. Okay, so we didn't get the unique code error there. But for products, see, for TVs, I'm going to tell it about itself. Right? Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to rerun it. I'm going to re-request the TVs. Told it about herself that she duplicated the product number and it threw an error. So let's just see. And I call it the product number. It could have been a SKU number. Yeah. Hopefully she understands that. Oh, no. Please don't. Look what it's doing. Nasty, nasty, nasty. It's just like, oh, okay, you want unique? I'm going to give you unique. I really want you to consider. What? No, see, she screwed up. Not having that brand name is really killing it. Not having the brand name, right? Is she giving me brand? No, she kept it generic. Super smart. She don't want any lawsuits. She don't want any cease and desist. This is where, and this is the back and forth you get with the AI, right? You just keep tweaking until you get what you want. I don't appreciate, I'm getting personal, in the SKU to make it unique. I need standard numbers, codes. All right. I don't appreciate that. I don't really appreciate the 01, right, and the SKU to make it unique. I need standard codes to make them unique from the previous batches. I need you to be creative, but keep the SKUs in a similar format, i.e. no 01 suffixes. Oh, usually it says, I'm sorry, let me recreate that. It didn't say anything. It was like, okay, understood. Usually I apologize. Hopefully it's not pissed. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what these numbers look like now. There we go. I don't know what the E, F, H, and I, and J. So it's just doing letters under it. That's fine. Oh, it's going down the alphabet. This is not creative at all. It's probably getting tired. I'll take it. You're probably like, I'm gonna just ask the question and see how it responds. Okay, I guess this will work. Still a bit odd with the. Okay. So here, totally. I guess this will work. Still a bit odd with the alphabet suffix. But I'm going to ask you about the manufacturer. Like, why didn't you include that in the schema or the sample data? Well, obviously, the sample data is obvious. So, yeah. So here it's going to say if you want manufacturer, then we can do that. Yeah. See, now it's getting all pissed. Look at it. So, okay, fine. If you want it, here it is. This is how it would do it anyway. And then it's just try. It's going to try to spit it all out, but it's going to run out of token window. Yeah, you see that add remaining. Okay, so what was this explanation before it kind of got all pissy and started generating stuff? So it says the manufacturing was not included in the initial schema and sample because the original request focused on basic product details. Okay, fair. If you would like to include the manufacturer, we can easily extend the schema to accommodate the same. Nah, we're good. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's do the alpha SKU. Let's go ahead and get these loaded in, which I think was a cheat way to solve that problem. I really wanted to force itself to be unique, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and execute this. Okay, so I got my 30. So now if I do a top 1,000, I'm looking at 100. If we do that math right, yep. So we got 100 products in here, and I want to sort by name. Let's just kind of see what these variations look like. So let's do this: sort by order by category, and this could be category ID. Okay. So these are all my ones, all my twos, and all my threes. Just kind of look and see what type of products we have here. Earbuds, smart devices, noise canceling headphones, earbuds. And then we get into the computers. We got Ultrabooks, we got workstations, gaming PCs, Chromebooks. And then we get into the TVs. And then this is where I'm going to get probably my fair amount of dupes. And actually it doesn't look that bad. I don't understand why I couldn't just stick to 4K UHD 60, 4K UHD 75. That would have been unique without the R. The only one that it duplicated, actually did a really good job with this. I wouldn't dare ask it to generate photos for each one of these. That could be something we can do, though. I mean, this is where we get into Power Automate and call the DALL-E API and have it send it just the name, the description, have it generate product codes, images, and then we can type. It's like, if we really want to get like funky, that'll be great. But again, we're just using this for AI querying against this, so we want sizable data to play with. Okay, perfect. So we have our categories, we have our products, and they are related to the categories. So now let's tackle product reviews. Oh, so product reviews, let's look at this. I think this may have a customer ID related to it. Review ID, product ID, customer ID. Yep. So because it has the customer ID related to it, I think the only other option we have is to now generate customer. Okay. So let's switch over to Claude. We want 500,000 of these, right? Okay. let's see. Let's switch over to Claude, see what we can get. What do I need from? Let's go to Claude AI. Okay. All right. So basically, I'm telling it. Let me see. You are a DBA. All right. So you're Microsoft SQL Server DBA, data scientist. I need to generate simple code for the e-commerce database. I need 500,000 unique records. Here's the schema. I need. I'll stutter for real. I need this in SQL statement, insert scripts from Microsoft SQL Server hosted in Azure, right? And again, that's all for syntax. And now what I'm going to do is switch over here to chat. Let me scroll up, grab that schema. Okay, so I gave it the schema used to create the customer table, 500,000 unique records, and go. Holy moly, what in the world did it just do? It gave me a script to generate. I did not expect this at all. You're going to get duplicate names using this, though. Should we try it? Holy moly, bro. Like, I actually did not expect this. I thought it was just going to generate the data. I didn't know it was going to give me an engine to generate my own data. Shoot, let's try it. Let's see if we can get this thing to start smoking. All right, so I'm going to go here, new query. So its approach is to generate these temporary tables, random rows sitting da. And then it will use that to generate all of this. Like, this is a senior DBA like type scenario. I'm okay with the different countries and all that. We don't have zip codes? Why wouldn't we have zip codes? Customer top. What are we doing? First name, last name, password. We really shouldn't have password in here. Postal code. Country. How come it didn't generate? Let's see what this thing does. Let's just execute it. I don't see zip codes, though. Dang it, bro. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. All right, let's execute it. Go. Error. It says unable to produce a plan. What does that mean? So let me refresh this and see. Oh, snap. I think I probably killed it altered one of my tables and it probably killed. So it was doing something like alter table customer, alter index. Probably want to tell it not to do that. Now I'm going to have to recreate this table again. All right, so let's do customer. See, this is why we test this type of stuff. So let's delete that. All right. Again, I'm not a DBA, but my co-pilot is. You failed me, Claude. Okay. I need to drop the customer table. ChatGPT, you're so smart. All right, so it needs to drop the constraint on orders, and needs then drop the table, then it recreates the table, and then reestablish the primary key. Okay, so here, let's just copy this. Let's go here. Let's go to the top of the database, new query, execute this. Claude and got me in the pickle, boy. Oh boy. All right. Looks like this is already done. Holy moly. I'm not a DBA, but my co-pilot is. All right, just feeding that error to it. See what it comes up with. Evidence that the form constraints with no, I don't need you to do all that. Let's see. The error indicates that the foreign constraint, because it does not exist, you need to determine the actual name of the foreign key constraint before you can drop it. You can find it by using this. Okay. Okay, so let's find the foreign key name. Just highlight this, execute it. So this one here. All right, so now that we have it, let's just call it here. Right. Let's comment this out because we don't need it. I guess I can highlight too. All right, now let's see if this works. What's this red squiggly right here though? Customers. How come it doesn't like that? Holy moly, bro. What? Is it just recreating constraints left and right? What is it doing? Oh, the customer ID is here. Okay. Let's drop this one too. See, I don't think I'm add constraint foreign reference customer. But I'm gonna have to do the same thing for reviews. See, it didn't tell me to do that. Product reviews. See, you got to know a little bit of database stuff, huh? Okay, so here we want to drop that one. So let me just highlight this. Oh, this should be product reviews. Okay, so then drop this. Okay, and then recreate. So now let's just go here, 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 and here. Perfect. All right, so we're back in the money. So if I go here, refresh this, I should have an empty table now. Top 1000, query, empty table, no error, we good. Okay, so now let's go back. I'm really interested to see if this Claude thing is really going to work. Claude. I don't know if you're going to work, Claude. You might be tripping, Claude. I can't find the script to save my life. Oh, boy. So it's not, is it 10? No, we're done with 10. We're not saving any of this. We're done with that. We're done with that. Okay, so alter table, alter index all, create. Okay, so let's disable this. Let's not alter the table for that. Let's not do that. Claude. We're okay with those. We're okay with cities. We're okay with that. We're okay with that. We're okay with batch sizes. We're okay with all that magic. That's all magic sauce. We're okay with that. We're okay with that. We don't want to drop those. And we don't want to re-enable because we never disabled. So I want to comment those out. Oh, scroll down one. Okay. Update stats. What are statistics? I don't know if we need that either. All right. So now let's see if this thing works. How come I don't see that database? Holy moly, I think it's running. I think it's running. This is going to be magical. This is going to be magical. Man, I want to see these temporary tables. So let me refresh this. Are these temporary tables in there? Nope. So I guess they're hidden. How do you create these temporary tables and they don't show up? Maybe the hashtag in front of them? I wanted to see those temporary tables so bad. All right, can I do a sneak peek on this? Let's see. Which one is this? Okay. So our magic is in 14. I want to go to the customer table and see if this thing even generating anything. All right, so let me do this. Let me do a top 1,000. Still empty. So I guess it's generating all of its fake data. Still running. All right, let's let this thing run, then I'll come back and see what we got. Okay, so this thing is still running. Holy moly. 20 minutes and 48 seconds. Okay, so let's pivot, minimize this, let that thing keep running. Let's see if we can get chat to, and actually I made a mistake. Like once I took a break. So when I came back, I was like, you know what? I don't think my numbers are right. I think we only want to do like 10,000 customers and 500,000 orders, right? So let's just ask chat for the customers. Okay, based on the customer schema, can you create 10,000 unique customer records and mask the passwords? Oh, he's doing the same thing. It's going to create temporary tables with the different values. And then it's going to write a script. But it's only going to give me 10 last names and 10 first names. And come up with 10. But everybody's going to be named. So it's going to give me 100. So if I need 10,000 unique names, I'm going to need 100 unique first names and 100 unique last names. Yep. That's the thing. Wrestling with this AI, just to make sure you're getting exactly what you need, is going to be key. So this is like my seed data. Like I never seen this before. Like I never seen like the temp tables. So I actually want more cities than that too. So it's going to span those across 10 cities with the related states. But it did the same. Like it's still, how would it get the addresses though? Oh, to see the zip codes, so those are going to be fake. Now I understand this strategy, so it's pretty cool. Get you some temp. So what is it named as temp tables? Will I be able to see these? Insert into at first name values. Oh, these are not real tables. These are variable with the table type. Got it, which is why I can't see them. There we go. This is much better. Because now it's giving me real zip codes for the real city and real state combination versus generating those zip codes. It's going to generate the phone numbers, which is fine. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Let's see if this script works. See which AI is going to be the smartest. All right, so now that we hear, okay, what happened? So hit OK here. Hit OK here. Oh my goodness, you messed around and deleted the table. Oh, you had a window open in the background. Was that why this thing took forever to execute? No, because I was executing queries ever since then. So here, let's just kill this. Hold on, let's just see. Did this thing generate any top 1,000? Do I have any customers? Yeah, all that CPU power and still no records. All right, so let's go back here. Let's stop this, right? Now remember this back in the day, that usually takes some time. All right. What's this other window doing? All right, so I hit cancel on that. Yeah, so that was an error. Let's look at this again, make sure this is good. Okay, top 1,000 on this one. All right, and so let's look at let's just do a brand new query. And let's hit ChatGPT up with its thing. So let's paste that in. All right, so basically what it's going to do is these variables table is going to insert all that. And then you're going to have some variable stuff. So it's going to do some insert, then it's going to run this concatenation and run it, towards the end. So let's do this. Let's just get our tables created. So let's separate our internal variables created. Execute that. Okay, so those are in place. Now let's create some unique customers. So let's do something like this and execute. Do I have to execute all at once? Yeah. Okay. So now let's see if this has been inserted. There we go. ChatGPT is the smartest one. Almost got 10,000 records. There we go. Flawless in a matter of seconds. All right, Claude. Chat GPT 1, Claude 0. Okay. So now we have our customers. Now let's go after product. I'll actually want to do product reviews. Okay, so give me 50,000 product reviews randomly weighted across all products. And then again, it's just going to give me. So you see what it's doing. So it's on the same deal where it got the comments, and then it would just disperse these across the various products, generating 50,000 of these. I'm gonna tell it to give me at least 1,000 comments. Okay, so here it's going to generate various 50 products. Wait, what? Additional 900 a minute for brevity, but follow the same pattern. Again, you just got to keep wrestling with it to get what you want. And don't back down. Stand up to the AI. Stand up to the AI. All right, so while it's doing its thing, let's just let it go and do its thing. And then we'll let it to, so once we get our comment seeded, we'll go ahead and create the variable. All right, so we create a customer. Do we need to drop these tables it's creating? Probably not, huh? Claude dropped them. All right, so this is going to be long. Let's see. It's only up to 500. And it's starting to repeat itself. All right, let's put it out of this misery. No need to generate more. I'll use the 446. Okay. No. What in the world? This thing is crazy. It's crazy. Crazy talk. All right, so here, I know enough about this syntax to get this right? So let me, all right, let's manually scroll here. All right, let's copy the code so I understand what it's doing. Let's feed this to SQL. So I'm just, again, new query, drop this in here, kill it right here. We don't need that, right? And how do you close this off? What did it start with? It started with, all right, so as long as you have a closed parenthesis, you should be good, right? Now we go down to, let's see here. Do you grab this? All right, so you want to end that with a semicolon. So we go here, put your semicolon here, then you paste that in there. So what is it doing? Does it know there are, what do you call this? All right, so does it know there's 500 comments or 446 comments to pull? Check some new ID, customer ID, random weight of 5, generate a date, pull for comments. Okay, so 1 through 1,000 plus 1. Yeah, so that's going actually 446, 445. I don't know what that plus 1 means. Set that to that. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's try it. See if it blows up. Oh, you didn't declare, because I cut this out, didn't I? So declare comments and then insert into comments. So let me add this declare here and then execute it. If I go to the product review, select the first 1,000, we have reviews, rating 1, and that's the thing. So the rating and the comment are going to be disconnected because there's no and it's relating this to the product ID and the customer. Cool. Yeah, so my rating and my comments are going to be off, right? Because it didn't consider the comment to determine the rating because there's no AI between it. That could have been one of the things we could have done just to kind of make it more realistic. But I think for fake data, we're good. Let's see. Let's increase this count to 10,000. How many records we got? All right, so we got 10,000. Increase the count to 100,000. How many records we have? We have 23,983, 25. Okay, so it's growing. So we'll be up to 50,000 here in a little bit. All right, awesome. We're getting there. All right, so the next thing we need to do are order headers. And then we'll do item numbers under the order. All right, so now for the order table, this is where we wanted 500,000. Okay, that is looking great. Now we need to generate 500,000 order records randomly weighted. Across the, how many customers we have? Across the, I think 10,000 customers, right? Yeah, when you rate across the 10,000 customers. All right, let's see what it does. All right, so now and it knows the schema, so it knows exactly what it needs to insert. And this actually should be pretty straightforward because it can allow it, the randomizer, to go ahead and grab it as far as dates, the amount. Hold up, let's see. Yeah, this is going to be off. This is really going to be test data. So the amount is between 0 and 500. Okay, I'm gonna force it to be a little bit smarter. Um, okay, let's force it to be a little bit smarter. Let's tell it for the amount we want to do that by category, right? And this is the thing about AI. You can get as ridiculous as you want for it to be, um, to get what you want. You can be as ridiculous as you want to get what you want, right? Because it's AI, and you can force it to generate the schema needed. Any DBA would probably pulling its hair out. So what I'm gonna tell it to do for its category, TVs, we want that to be between 500 and $9,000. Computers, because we don't want no $3 computers, right? We want this to be between, let's just say, $299 and $1899, right? And then for personal electronics, oh no, these have prices. No, bro. Look up the product price to determine the unit price. What are we doing for the order? Okay. No. Because it's going to be, what? Oh, man, it's going to hate me. No, it's going to have to be smart. This is why you got the AI. Okay, bro. I need these. The order headers. The order records. I keep calling them headers. Order records to mimic the total price for the order items within the order, and the order items need to represent the actual price on the product. We need on average 2 to 3 items per order, but you should include some extremes like 100 items per order or 1 item per order, right? I'm going to say average. I'm going to say a variety. We need to have a wide variety of items per order. But you should also include extremes, right? Yeah, these orders need to be accurate. Let me say these orders need to be accurate. Hello, what's on the order item? Let me see. I don't even know what columns are on here. So we got the ID of the customer, the date, the total amount, the status, the shipping address, the billing address. So, dude, like, how are you representing the billing address? You just putting all that in one column? How do you do? Shipping address. Why did you do that? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to say the total amount should represent the amount of the order. So what's on the item order? It's all ID stuff, the quantity, the unit price. Yeah. The total amount should represent the actual amount on the order. The order item should represent the actual price of the product selected. The address should match the customer address. The billing address should match the customer. Yeah. Billing address should match the customer address. The shipping address can be any address, right? Okay. So yeah, these are constraints you want to put on it because you don't want it to be, you want it to be realistic, right? So the order needs to be accurate. Okay. Tall order, but we're AI, so we're going to be a bit abusive. There we go. Now let's see what happens. There's my random shipping addresses right there. It gave me a whole bunch of them. I like that. Oh yeah, I like it. Ooh, we like it right now. Okay, so it gave me 50. So now we're going to do 50,000 orders. But all the information it needs, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's a beast. It's a beast. Okay, so let's take a look at this, right? So, okay, random check status, cool. Shipping addresses on within is 50, cool. Random selected customer. Random selected number of items on the order. Total amount. Okay, so it's going to hold all that. So there's the address. Shipping address. It's going to figure that out. Order items. It's going to grab the actual product. It's going to generate a random amount. The price is going to be off the product. Order item is going to be off the product with the quantity. Then it does the math to come up with the total. Then it's going to roll that up to the order header. Perfect. Tell you got to wrestle with this thing to get what you need. You're like, I asked it this and it generated garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. Okay. All right. Wait, are we? Did we get our customers? I forgot where we left off. What was running? One categories. Product reviews was running. Okay, so where did we land with product reviews? Last we checked, we were at 26,000. Let's execute this. We had 31,748. We're stuck at 31,748. I need the 50,000. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna sweat it, but I do need that 50,000 though. So 23. Insert conflict. Foreign key constraint. All right. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Wait, it's no. So it got the error and it went on. Oh, so 14,000 of these it ran into an issue. Okay, fine. That's fine. Again, it's random, so I'm gonna cut my losses and keep going. Or I don't want to sit here and keep tweaking, right? All right. So now the ultimate order history. Must declare table variable new order. What? How did it miss that? Oh, you missing the beat. What's going on? You're skipping the beat, bro. Can you double check the script and ensure you have all of the items and variables correct? SQL Management Studio. SQL Management Studio gave this error. Let's see. And that's the thing, like you expect it not to make mistakes. And that's why a human always going to have to be involved, especially in 2024, because we're not 1,000% yet. And that's why autonomous AI is concerning, because you make these mistakes, and imagine if a mistake like this goes unchecked and it's at scale, the millions or billions of documents, dollars it can cost, depending on the situation, the scenario. So you have to be super duper careful. Very helpful. It's like dancing on the edge of a knife. I don't know the value of that, but I understand the danger of that. So maybe that's not a good analogy. All right. So it looks like we're good. Let's see if this works now. I still don't see the new order ID is what it spit up on it, and I don't see that being declared at the top. New order ID. All right, let's try it. So go here, select all, delete this, paste in the new one, execute. Nope. Must declare order ID. Is declared here. Why does it declare this every time in a while loop? And I didn't need 1 million orders. I only needed 50,000. Oh boy. All right, so because this is not checksum at customer count, max order items. Let's see, customer count, max order items. That's all at the beginning. You want that checksum to be unique every time. I think this needs to be pushed out. So I'm gonna do an X here, and I'm gonna push it here. Change the scope of it. See if that resolves it. Nope. Must declare table variable order ID. Oh, so hold on. So let me do X here. Paste it here. Do I just do this as table and then execute? Yeah, you have to find a table. Oh man. I'm gonna have to feed it back to it. I thought I tried to fix it for it, but I'm not a DBA, but my co-pilot is. Or I think my DBA, my co-pilot's a DBA. Let's see what it's talking about. The error occurs, say it again, because SQL Server does not allow direct assignment to a table variable using output clause. Instead, we can use a different approach. Define the table variable to hold the order ID and then select it. Here's the corrected script. Okay. I hate it that it has to keep generating the state. It just takes forever. The city state zip. And we don't need 1 million, bro. We only need 50,000. Come on. Okay. All right, so let's go here. Copy that. Delete this. Change my count to 50,000 versus the 1 million. Like, we're not trying to be here all night. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Why did he put... Oh. What? I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just paste the error like you tripping. See, now it's starting to hallucinate. What do you mean? Nah, see? Nope. Yeah, it's starting to hallucinate. Yeah, you see what it's doing? No. Hold on. Stop. This is what I'm going to tell it. Okay. No, we don't need to change the model. This thing is getting tired, right? See, my chat window is very extensive and is getting super confused. Let's do this. Let's rewrite this. I'm getting this error now. Please ensure the script works with the following table schemas. Right, so we need that for orders. I got this for order items, and I'm just doing these select scripts. Right, and I'm doing this for products. So I need customer and I need product. Select top. And then let's do customer. Because I think it is, the assumption is that it's referencing the schema that it gave me very earlier in the chat, and it lost that, right? And I can do a new chat. Let me just send this out. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to do a new chat. Can you see how it came up with the million versus 50,000? Like, yeah, it kind of lost its way. And I think when it's calling the AI, I don't know if there's a way if it can tell you how many tokens that your request has taken, because I think it's truncating now, so it's losing the context of this chat. So if I'm still getting the error, one of the things I like to do is to clear the chat, just start a new chat, but then you have to remind it of everything that you're working with. So let's just see if this works now. So let me copy this. Yeah, it's like working with an employee with short-term memory. Okay, so where are we now? Let's get back to my query. And this is getting unbearable. Well, I'm at 30. I'm probably, nope, 29. Wow, this thing is getting messy. Seems like the total price column and order item service either computed or part of a union operator. To handle this, we remove total price column from the insert statement and ensure the calculation are done within the script. Got it. Oh, so that total price, so the way the order items, so it wasn't the order table, it's this table here. They had this as total price. Yup, computer. See, this is what I need to send it. How do you do that? Is that design? So maybe those select statements are not. Yeah. Do you got a script for this? No. Can you do, let's see, script table as create new query edit window. There you go. So I probably should have, ooh, please don't be creating this. Yeah, I probably should gave it this, and then this would have made it clear on what it was doing. And then the relationships and all that stuff. Okay, let's see what happens now. Continue generating. Let's go down to here. All right, so now it says it should work correctly with no errors. Again, it lost track of the original schema definition, so now I have to remind it. And again, that speaks to that context window. That's why your token window size is super duper important. Okay, so I think we're at 20. Let me just do a new one. I'm just spending time trying to chase it down. New query. Execute. Hot dog. I didn't change the, so I'm going to get 1,000,000 records because I didn't change the quantity to 50,000. All right, let's let it run this thing, see what happens. Okay, so I'm kind of going through here, just it's still running. It probably take a while, right? So I'm just doing the top of my order items here. And let's see. Do the top, I think 100,000. So okay, so I got 65,000. It's still growing. 67, 60, 67, 68. All right, so that's still growing. We got to get 1 million because somebody didn't change it. So now I got to go and actually order items going to be more than 1 million, right? Because I asked for it's generating 1 million orders. Let's just change this one to, let's see what 100,000 mark is. Oh, this is running real slow. So we got 1,900. Oh, this is running real slow. So if you had 1,900 orders, holy moly, and you got 68,000 order items already, order items probably be, you're going to be well into almost 100 million. That's going to be sizable. That's going to be like 200 or 300 million. This thing probably starts smoking here in a little bit. But that's how you do it. Now, I am concerned when I look at the total amount and the status. I'm not getting a really good status here. I love the variations in these order statuses, though. Cancel, refunded, processing. I love that. I don't like... Ooh... Okay. I should have told it order date had to be less than today's date. So I got a lot of 2025 orders. That's going to kill our projections, huh? Should I stop it? Yeah. Yeah, you should stop it. And then the created date and the order date should match. The modified date could be different. All right, yeah, let's stop it. Let's stop it. That's my fault. I shouldn't have let it run the whole 100,000. Oh, now I gotta find the freaking script. Start at the bottom of the list and work our way up. Okay, so here's the script here. So let me stop it. All right, so I was able to kill it. So now what I want to do, I wouldn't dare try to alter this, but I am going to come back here and give it some guidelines. One guideline is going to be what I saw in the, what number is this? That's 34. What I saw in the, let me see, let's look at order items and make sure this looks good. Make sure we don't need any adjustments here. All right, so it made it to 122,000 items. Unit price, total price, that looks good. Quantities match. Let's just find a quantity where it's not 1. Okay, the quantity on this is always 1. Let's see. Order by... All right, so for order item, okay, here are a few adjustments. Okay, so, okay, if I was working with a real DBA, they'd probably be on quit by now or cuss me out. All right, so I'm gonna tell it, hey, we need a few adjustments to this script. One, let's add some variation to the order quantity. So what does that mean? So when you look at this, this order items here, right? Everything was 1. So that's one of the things that we saw. Like all the quantities were 1. So we want to add some variation here and make sure the total price reflected the quantity. Some variation 1 through 9, and ensure the total price reflects the quantity amount with the unit price, right? Okay. And then for the order table, ensure that the order date is between 2002 and 2023, because everything was like 2024 and 2025. So we're going to get some variation there. The created date and the order date should be the same. The update date, yeah, that's me being silly, should always be between, should be equal or greater than the created date. That makes sense, right? The order item date should be 2 to 7 minutes greater than the order date. no need to set the total on the order table. We will set this column later, right? Because it was just getting everything zeroed out. So this is simple math, right? On this order table, what we're going to end up doing is probably running a script, have it find all the order items based on the order ID, do a sum, and then set that total. And we just have that script run and execute that. So that's not a big deal. We can do that later, get more accurate with it, right? Outside of that, I think this looks great. So let's have it generate those corrections and make sure it doesn't start spitting up. And then I'm going to ask it to give me the script to drop these tables, orders, order items and orders. They need to be dropped so we can restart. And I'm going to actually clear this all out. This is getting real messy. All right, perfect. Now, let's see here. Can you please give me the script to delete all records in the order and order? Right. All right. And this is going to help me with that. So just grab this real quick. Go here. Go to the top of my DB. Paste that in. Execute. Perfect. All right. And now let's go to this one. Let's see if he got me where I need to be. She got me where we need to be. Again, I'm not a DBA, but my co-pilot is. And now it's running. Okay, so now let's just sneak peek and see what this thing is doing. I want to pop that one open, monitor it, and I want to pop this one open, monitor it. Wow, 1,000 records that quick. Is this multiplayer right? Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so this is good. So this is 1,000% right here. And I still forgot to take that million out. This is awesome. So I'm up to 10,000 that quick. Okay, so what am I looking like for my orders? It's, let me see, is this the latest and greatest? Okay, so I got 1,000. It's still dropping in numbers. Which is fine. We'll go through. It's hard-headed because I told it not to, but it's hard-headed. But order dates looks great. Actually, let's put my order date, my created date, my other columns next to each other so I can scan them real quick. That's correct. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah. The only miss, right, was the total amount. It's hard-headed. What can you do? It's going to be a point in time we ask it to do something, it's going to say H no. You're going to be like, what? I'm talking to your supervisor. Perfect. No, this is good. It looks real good. All right, so let's let it run this thing. I'm up to 7,400. So it's actually running faster too, which is interesting. This looks good. Okay, let's do this. Let's spot check. Products and price. Because I know, like we see numbers, but we don't even know if this is the right product, right? So if I go to product number 81, I'm expecting that product price to be $25.99, right? So if I go products here, where the product ID is 81. All right, and $25.99. So let's see. Yep, $25.99. Let's pick another random one. Product ID is 4. $3.99. And what did he have? $3.99. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so this is it's using real data, it's using related data. I think I told you about created date. Like that makes sense to be before or after the it should be after 5 to 7 minutes of the order date. So let's just double check one of those. 3151 is this order number. All right, so 3151 order date was 2007 127. 2007 127. 4 minutes, 7 minutes later. That makes sense. That looks great. That looks fantastic. This is a nice mix of close to real reality type data, and it's going to be crazy because we're about to get 1 million of these. I'm at 70,000 now on order item. And I'm at, let's erase this. How many orders do we have? I'm at 18,000 orders. All right, so I'm gonna let this run. I'm actually in this video. I think in the next video, what we would do, maybe we'll create a Power App. Let me know what you want to see next in the next video. Should we create a UI showing all this data in Power Apps and Power Automate, or should we move forward with the AI query, which will still be a Power App and Power Automate? But I don't know if you want to see this like a shopping cart type scenario. With a generic image. I don't know. Maybe we'd generate the image real time. That'll be messy. But I don't know. We'll see. How many products do we have? You want to see this as a shopping cart in Power App? Just leave it in a comment. Comment either shopping cart or comment search engine, AI engine or shopping cart. If you, the one with the most comments before I make the next video, I'll give you 7 days. That'll be the video I do next. All right. Yeah, we got I can generate 100. Let's just say 500 images, right? 5 for each one of these AI images. Let's do that next. Let's generate the AI images. That'll be fun. Let's generate the AI images and store them in a SharePoint document library by product. Should we do SKU number? Yeah, by SKU number. That would be fantastic. That's what we're going to do. And then go ahead and comment AI search engine or shopping cart if you want to see the Power App generated for that. But I think the next video should be images for each one of these using DALL-E. This is the new way of coding. This is the new way of creating solutions using AI. We use AI to generate all of this data. We're going to get 1 million records in orders. We built a whole e-commerce database. Very little brain power from our end. It did require some expertise, some experience to understand what we were getting, but we still fed, the results we got. We tweaked it to get closer to what we wanted. But AI did the heavy lift, as you witnessed firsthand. Thanks for spending the time with me to watch me figure this out. I think this was great. For me, it's a win-win because this is something I get to do, and I get to record it while I'm doing it. Let me know if you like this format. Put that in the comments too. I love to get enough feedback from you to see if this was helpful or not. All right, so I'll see you in the next one when we start generating images for these products.